Hi everyone, it's David here. I just want to make this quick video since I'm like in the excitement of this. A, a few months back in winter, I had a car accident. I got into a car accident. I was fine, but the car got totaled. Unfortunately, this was like right before Christmas. It was like December 23rd. I remember the car was still drivable, so it was parked out front, and somebody was like, "Oh man, phew, look at that thing." And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, a shame it had to be right before the holidays." And I was like, "Thanks." Um, but this excitement about what I want to share with you, um, I want to get my thoughts gathered here. It terrified me about my car being totaled. Absolutely scared the shit out of me. I had to quit my job because my car was totaled, and my insurance company, I won't say who, but they decided that well, their rental company that they worked with didn't want to extend my rental. So I only had it for a few weeks by luck, um, and then I had to quit my job. Um, but here's the thing, that job was crushing my soul. And I fucking wanted, excuse my language, I really wanted to get out of that job. But I could not get myself to quit because, hey, it's a steady paycheck and it's bringing me in some money. So my mind, the universe, whatever you want to call it, um, was like, hey man, if you're not going to do this, I'm going to do this for you. So, this is going to hurt a little bit, but this is for your own good. One day I was coming back from the mall and guy stopped, lady stopped before me. I smashed the front right end into her rear bumper, and she was driving a Jeep, and I got my Honda Civic, and you can guess who won that fight. Didn't even look like she was like, huh, what was that? Like a little bee stung her neck or something. But anyways, that's not even what I want to talk about. Um, it scared the living daylights out of me. Scared the shit out of me that I didn't have a car anymore. Um, and all these thoughts go through your head. It's like jumping in the water and sink or swim. Sink or swim, ladies. And I'm just like, oh my god, what am I going to do now? I don't have a vehicle. How am I going to get around and all that stuff? And as time progressed, um, days, weeks, I started to realize, you know, just my living situation right now, and I have some money saved. Um, I don't really need a car. Like, what do I need a car for? And this is what I want to get into. With my car, I'm just wasting time. I'm wasting time. This morning, great example. This morning, I was sitting here, reading, and I was like, man, you know what? I could really go for a burger and fries. I could really go for a burger and fries. If I had my car, I would have just gone up and be like, let's go to Burger King. Go up, get my car, drive to Burger King, bullshit for 2 hours, and eat a burger and fries. These past few months, I have been doing a lot to better myself and to learn and to do all these different things. And I've made more progress, I think, in the last few months than I have in the past few years with my car. Um, there's this phrase that I heard recently that I love, and which is what this is. I love this. I don't know what army it was, or even if this was a real thing. I think the story goes it was the Greeks. What they would do, they have an island to take over. They would go to that island and they would burn their boats. And the idea was, we are either taking over this island or we're going to fucking die in the process. Where there's no backup plan, there's no safety net, there's no, oh, this is really hard, oh man, we've lost 75% of our men, let's get out of here. It's like, no, those boats are gone. And when you do that, your psychology is just turned all the way up. For every man, say it's like they got like 100 guys and the island is 300 guys. I hope my math is right on this. So if you burn the boats, it's not 100 guys anymore. For every one man, they're worth 100 men. Each one guy is worth 100. So now it's 1,000 guys versus 300 guys, and those 300 guys aren't desperate. These 100 guys have nowhere to go. And I can tell you right now, if they're gonna fucking die, all of them are gonna die. They're gonna take a lot more motherfuckers down with them than they would if they still had their boats. So that's the concept that I'm in right now. I have this idea, I have this, and you can call me whatever you want. Believe me, I call myself enough. But there's this idea that, it's like, hey, I can get a car, and the insurance company didn't give me a lot of money for my vehicle. So I can barely even afford a crappy car. So the idea for me is, I can put some money down on a car that I can't even afford in the first place, and I can drive for Uber and Lyft and, this, that, and the third. But that's just going to put me right in the same spot. Now I have a liability. Now I have to upkeep on all these different things, and, I'm back in I'm not in the same boat. Now I'm in a worse boat. Because now I got to put money into this vehicle, and there's a lot of expenses that go with doing that. So personally, I'd rather work on my business. I'd rather work on my thing. And without a car, or rather with a car, I'll be sitting over here doing something. I'm like, I really don't feel like doing this right now. I'm going to, I kind of want to go to the mall. If you don't want to go to the mall enough that you're not going to walk there, then you don't want to go to the mall. You just want to bullshit. How much of our time do we do that? I really, I'm bored. I really just kind of want to go somewhere. You ever drive for therapy? That's me. I'm the therapist for driving. I'll just get in a car, and I've driven to, Washington, D.C., and then back just because I was bored. You know what I mean? Like, that's 6 hours worth of wasted time. What could I have been doing instead of driving 6 hours and spending all that money on gas and just wasting all of that time? So that's the idea here. Just got really excited. I was talking, and I was like, I'll make a quick video about this. But I'm not telling you to, crash your car or anything, but I would really have a heart-to-heart to yourself about this, because to me, it is so significant, and I'm surprised that I've never heard anyone say anything about this. You've nowhere to go if you don't have a car, and you're like, yeah, you don't have a job either. Well, maybe you work on your business. Maybe you have some savings. Maybe you're in a situation, which it just so conveniently happens that you usually are, where you can do this. So how much is the car wasting your time? I hope that I never get in a car ever again. Will I? Probably. But I would hope, if I could be really disciplined with myself, that I never own a car again. I'll drive a car for recreation, but not to own. I was wasting so much time. For 4 years, I got more done in the past few months than I have in the past 4 years. And most of that is because I just wasting time. So that's that. I hope this video finds you well. I hope this is something that maybe you can, like I said earlier, have a heart-to-heart with yourself about. Think about how much time am I actually wasting just, when I'm bored. What do I do when I'm bored? You know what I mean? And cut that out. But that's not what I want to talk about. Specifically here, I want to talk about your car and not wasting time. Burn the boats. Either take over the island or you don't. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you around. I hope everything goes good for you guys. Bye.